Hey guys, in this video we're going to be taking a quick look at this prototype from AirBlade UAV. This is called the Dark Knight. It's a very unusual frame. Basically you get two pieces of carbon here, this top plate here and this bottom plate, and they're actually the same on both. You can see here they're just going in different directions. This one has the arms on the top and it goes forward, and then this plate here has the arms going backwards. Very different design here, and I think there's a lot of different ways you can kind of put this together. I did have to get kind of creative in putting my stack together here. It does take a 20 by 20 or a 16 by 16 stack. It is meant for ultralight builds, and I put 1103 10,000 kV motors on here, and I decided to use a 20 by 20 stack. I'm using a 4-in-1 6 amp ESC and an Omnibus F3 flight controller, both 20 by 20. A little micro fly sky receiver here, generic 25 milliwatt video transmitter, and I'm using a Furby micro CCD camera in the front. I think you have to get kind of creative with some of these mounting options here, because there's a little slot here to put some zip ties, and use the camera mount from Microswift for this camera here to mount that camera on this side over here. And I think there's multiple ways you can put this together. You can maybe use all-in-one camera in the front here, or you put an all-in camera up on top. Multiple different ways of putting this together. Obviously, with these two plates set up like this and the motors inverted, you get props not on the same plane, and this helps in prop wash handling when you're making turns on a forward flight. You can see as you move forward like this, the air is coming in from here and in here, and if they were on the same prop line, the front part of the back prop tends to get dirtier from the front prop, and that causes more prop wash issues. And I decided to use these Gemvan 2035s because they do tend to have more prop wash issues, especially in the back. So I wanted to see if this setup would make much of a difference, and I think that it does make somewhat of a difference, but I think that I would want to have even more separation between the planes of the props, between the front ones and the back ones. So I might rebuild this in a different way, perhaps move the move the camera to this side to make that the front, but hang it upside down so the camera is underneath here and pointing up like this, and then move these motors to the top, so then you'd have the blades up here, and then you would have a little bit more separation from here to about here, versus I think that would be maybe double the separation that's currently set up right here. So you'd have motors both pointing up, but because of the separation and the levels here, you get about that much, maybe about 2 centimeters of separation of the props. Now that's another way you could possibly put it together if you decide to hang a camera from here underneath and just hang them out under the top of this plate over here. That's another possible way to put it together if you want to get even more separation in the prop lines. Yeah, but I don't know how much this is going to change between this prototype and perhaps future versions. Maybe some different configurations will come out. One of the things I think that could be improved is the prop clearance is very minimal here. You can see the props almost hitting the camera. It's actually, if you look at the props on both sides, the plates here are actually overlapping the props. So if their props were in line with the plates, they would actually hit the plate. But in this case, the prop runs underneath and it's okay. So I believe the prototype I saw was using the Hulky 1.9-inch props, but I was able to successfully fit these 2-inch props on here with very little clearance, but it does work. Anyway, I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of flight footage. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll probably have some updates on this frame, maybe future revisions of this in future videos. But yeah, this is not available for sale yet. Just showing you guys a prototype and different flight characteristics of something that's kind of different here. Hopefully we'll get some more unique designs like this coming in the future in 2018.